couple things right now. People are talking about buying and selling a lot. They're wishy-washy on like, is this the right time? Is it not? A couple things to consider. Rates are only going to get higher. It's going to get worse before it gets better. That definitely factors into pricing, the debt you're borrowing, things like that. The cost of capital is almost at the cost of debt right now. They're kind of the same. So, we've done a lot of work with Terrydale. They've been able to help dozens of our clients and close some awesome deals. And when you're working with the right lenders, it helps you get the right deal. But also, we have a lot of clients that have just done all cash or super low leverage, like 50-50. And so I think you really need to factor that into your process. What are rates going to look like in 12, 24, 36 months? And does that fit your hold cycle of your deal there? Another thing, again, liquidity. What's your access to liquidity like? What's it going to cost you in this time? And then what's your opportunity cost of having that liquidity on hand? If we know rates are going to go back up and we get to those 8.5 cap deals on market, and you can go pay cash for them or use super low leverage, you might want to take advantage of what's in front of you. And again, I think 2023 to 2026, in my mind, 26 is when we're going to see everything start to come back to normal. I think we're going to see rates pop off in the next 18, 24 months. We're going to see the Fed start to bring those down. Things are already breaking, but I think we got a long way to go before they actually start to reduce those. And we'll see those valuations start to creep up again. So we have a lot of clients. They're buying right through this environment. They don't care. They're getting, their normal 70-30 debt. They don't care if debt's 7.5, because in their mind, they're going to refi out in 2, 3, 4 years anyway. So they're saying, well, it's a temporary fix for this self-storage facility that I want to acquire. Couple points that my team and I pulled that I thought were really interesting as to where we are today. Asking rates increased 1.5% compared to Q2 of 22 and 12% over Q3 of 21. So what that shows us is that we had a huge spike in rates from 23 to 22, and now we're just kind of crawling over where we were last year. Same thing with median physical occupancy. We saw a huge spike, 21 to 22, and now we've actually decreased slightly compared to 21, which I think is really interesting. It's the first time we're seeing the negative effects of the COVID bump that we saw in 21 and 20 and 19. And the reason I think that's really important is because if you're underwriting and you think you're going to be able to continue to push rates at 10% year over year, or continue to push that physical occupancy beyond what your market is doing, it might be time to reassess that and take into account what Ian said, bringing that kind of worst case doomsday scenario. If it works at a 10 cap, great. You sell it at an 8, that's even better. But I think in proforming your rents and your occupancy levels, make sure to take that into account. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows as we move forward over the next few years.